Okay, I'm looking at page number 93 now. We are going to start our speed drill first. Okay, so I told you yesterday. So I told you yesterday we are starting this series of speed practice. And it's important to help you to keep a good, fresh, and speedy memory, training your speed and accuracy in basic items. Important for your exam, as well as important to ensure that, all right, you can manage these things as you go up the levels. Okay, we are looking at page 93, question number 3, yeah, as well as page 94, question number 4. Okay, so just question 3 on page 93 and question 4 on page 94. The time is 3 minutes. Once you see the timer start for 3 minutes, you may begin. Okay, I will scroll for 3 minutes and I'm going to start. Okay. Question 3, question 4, Okay, let's take a look. Six, 10, 0.6, 7.7, 12.9. 5 ones and 4, 10, 5.4, 47, 10, 4.7. Oh, that was question 2, sorry. Question 3, 0.19, 6.047, 1.1, oops. 1.13, 3.107. The trick for this was pay attention to the number of zeros at the denominator of the fraction to know how many places. Okay, then 3 ones and 300s, 2 ones, 5 tens, and 6 thousands. Okay, all correct? Hey, sorry. Go too fast. 8 ones and 300s. 1900s, 1, and so that's a mixed number. 1 and 1300s, 6 and 47,000. Okay. 1 second, 6,000. Okay, followed by in the decimal 8.796. The digit in the hundreds place is 9. The digit in 6 is in the thousands place. And the digit 7 stands for 0.7. Okay? All right. Correct. Okay. So these are the basic items that you need to work on and ensure that you got correct. If you did not get them correct, please do your corrections immediately. Okay, next. Then we move on to today's task. Today's task, yesterday we were talking about, we did a class activity on time. I think we really need to work on how to work as a team. Okay, today is a very short period, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking on that. But rather focusing on our learning activity today. And I prepared a worksheet for that. Can I get the first person on the right to come and get it? Excuse me, give up to your friends. You need more than one. Let me take one for Kevin first and one for Rachel. Take for your friends, Kevin and Rachel. Sorry? Huh? Oh, sorry. Meow, can you be helping Rachel with his homework collection for science, maths, English? How about his mother tongue? Are you in the same class? Can you also help with his mother tongue? Okay, Kevin, all right. Can you help Kevin to collect all his homework? English, science, maths. Mother tongue, I will get his mother tongue. Take the folder for it. All right, Kevin's materials are on the table there. Cabinet there. Okay, let's take a look. There are two. I'm looking at this one now. I printed this. You know, all right. Who's helping Kevin? Okay, so I sorted it out on this table here, and you can see now. It looks like a table form, and everybody has it. Now, as a group yesterday, we are going to do a few things. Okay, so a few things that we did yesterday. Let me just write it down. The first one, we had to match the time. I guess first we match. We match what we think is the appropriate time. Okay, match the timing here. What timing we are talking about? We are talking about this as duration. Duration means how long something happens. Okay, so this whole long stretch here is different timing, or now we call duration, a term you learn at primary 3. How long, and primary 2 actually, how long did something takes place in terms of duration, in terms of time? In this case, it's a measurement topic as well. But the measurement, so the measurement we are talking about, the measure of time is called, involves things like hours and minutes. Measure of time in terms of duration, we are talking about how long an event takes place. Some of the units of measurement we hear about is like hours, minutes, and seconds. Okay, so these are all units of time. In terms of measurement of duration, these are duration. So these are duration. Duration we have hours, minutes, seconds. Any other durations you can hear of? You heard about? Okay, I heard of milliseconds before. You won't use milliseconds until you are secondary school, I think. What other units of duration? Yes. Oh, nanoseconds. Okay, that is even smaller than seconds. Okay, but I wouldn't want to go with nano. Can we talk about something that's very relevant in our everyday life? You experience every day. I don't think we've experienced nanoseconds that much, unless you are living in the world of Ant-Man or the world of the Marvel Avengers. Then we'll talk about these units a lot more. Okay, or in future when you're grown up and you're becoming an astronaut, then these are the units that you want to talk about. But right now, not very close to us. So let's think about the durations that we talk about in daily life. What are the kind of measurement units that you talk about in daily life? Other than hours? For example, how many hours are there in one day? So I know that one day is equals to 24 hours. Is that correct? So have you heard of day? Have you heard of the word day? D-A-Y. Can you say that day is a measure of duration as well? Yes, right? So how long is a day? 24 hours. How about, so Afiq said, oh, I also heard about 1 week. So 1 week as a unit of measure, is it suitable also? Can also, right? So 1 week is how many days? 7 days. You heard of this before as well, right? Okay. Then Afiq can say, oh, now that I heard about this, I also know months. I can also measure months by about how many weeks? 4 weeks. Yes, Emma, you want to say something? I can use semester. Yes, that's correct. I can use a term. I can use year. And many others, right? Yes. Century, decades. And so forth, correct? So many of these terms, some of them are more English than mathematics. Why I say that? Okay, for example, century. Century is how many years? 100 years. 1 year is how many days? About 365 days. How about decades? About 10 years, right? So these are universal terms that is the same throughout every country. So every country you use these terms and you mean the same thing. So as 1 week is 7 days. It's a uniform measurement. The whole world knows about it. But if you talk about semester, do you think every country use semester same way? No, right? How about term? In Singapore, 1 semester is about 10 weeks, right? And then you get about 20 weeks. So you got 2 terms, about 2 terms, right? You have term 1, term 2, term 3, term 4. Yeah, and then in Singapore, it's about 2 semesters. But in different countries, like America, Australia, their terms and semester might be different based on the school calendar. Okay, so it's different, huh? Okay, but The ones that are similar for every country, years, decades. But these are more English. We are not going to deal with this so much in maths. Okay? Not so much in maths. But it's important, the thing about 1 week. I think I've taught maths for many years, and then a lot of times many students get confused with simply the term 1 week. Many children thought that 1 week is just Monday to Friday. You know why? Yeah, they forgot the weekend because they always experience school days only. Like school day only from Monday to Friday, right? So they kind of forgot that weekend. So you need to remember 1 week is 7 days. How about, I got some students who actually confuse that. They always think that when I say 1 week, it must start on Monday. Must it start on Monday? Or some say it must start on Sunday. Is it true? Yeah. So the truth is actually, I can say 1 week and you can start on any day. If I say 1 week starting from Tuesday, 1 week later it will be next week, next Tuesday, right? So it doesn't necessarily must start on a certain day. Yes. Wow, how do you know that you just calculated? Wow, okay. Wow, Zhexin says 1 year is how many hours again? 9,600. 9,160 hours. I don't know whether it's a good, it's an accurate calculation, but it does seem very close to many hours. Okay, now, that is just getting you familiar with the terms of duration. What other units of measurement in time have you experienced before? But other than all these, what other units of time have you heard before? Have you heard about morning? You use AM. And then you heard of PM. Have you heard about this? AM.PM, A.P.M.P. A.M.P.M. Have you heard about this before? AM and PM. What did this actually stand for? It's an acronym. Is it? But what is the actual words? MRT. Do you know what MRT stands for? What does MRT stand for? Mass rapid transit. You know what's the long term for it? You know MRT. Mass rapid transit. It means the MRT train. Right? It's a short form. You know what PE stands for? Physical education. This one you know. This one you know. So what is AM and PM? Today your homework, go and find out. No. Not at morning past morning. No. Okay. So with that said, today's focus is understanding the units of measure with regards to duration. Okay. So that's the first part. So yesterday's activity requires us to match. Match already, we have to sort and arrange. And then we arrange according to rank order, arrange in order of fastest to slowest, in terms of fastest as in shortest length of time, shortest duration, and slowest, you say that in English in terms of time, meaning the longest duration. Okay, so let's fill in the blanks and check whether you got it correct. So yesterday, Joseph Schooling's time was 50.39 seconds. Okay, now you realize that in seconds, and it has decimal place even for seconds. This means it's a short timing, and the accuracy goes up to just now what our friends say, milliseconds and nanoseconds. Okay, maybe not nanoseconds, milliseconds here, because it's so speedy. Okay, you got fractions of a second, faster than 1 second. Yeah, that's why you got a fraction of a second, 0.39. All right, so that's his timing. Then the flight from Singapore to Sydney, some of you are aware because your parents traveled there or you yourself traveled there before, is in 7 hours and 50 minutes. Did you get that right yesterday? And then permission to dance the BTS song was
3 minutes and 7 seconds. Anybody go home and check yesterday? Yeah, and dance to the song. 3 minutes and 7. You don't know the dance? Yeah. Okay. Jurassic World Dominion. Some of you say you watched the movie already. Yeah. So it's 2 hours and 7 minutes. Okay, take note. I noticed that yesterday someone write M for minutes. Is that correct? Very good. You must keep that in mind. M is for meters. M is not for minutes. Minutes is MIN. You write the wrong unit, so you write M, you get minus, you get decimal marks. It's the wrong units. Okay. All right, then after that, you have bus 49. This one is the confusing one. 78 minutes. One journey around Lakeside Primary School and to the terminal station at Jurong East. That means the bus starts from Jurong East, it comes all around Taman Jurong, and then goes back to Jurong East. Okay, and then Yutong skipping 45 running steps. That will take her actually about 30 seconds or even less. Yeah. Yes, you should watch her do it one day, and then you can compete with her. Then the MRT, the Mass Rapid Transit train, travel from Lakeside MRT to Changi. It's 1 hour and 30 minutes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, it depends. Sometimes if the MRT sometimes break down, then it'll take longer. So sometimes it's faster, 1 hour. Sometimes it's slower. If you go to on a peak period, like some of our friends on the weekend travel to Malaysia, you get trapped in the traffic at Tuas. You can go up to a few hours. Yes. Yeah. Okay. You can share your stories with me later. We go on first. NAFA 1.6 kilometer run. Okay, about 10 minutes and 40 seconds. Okay, yours are maybe about. Okay, everybody a bit different. Some of us are faster, some of us are slower. But we are looking at the best match, the most seemingly appropriate timing duration for each activity. Okay, even though yes, I can ask Yutong to skip for an hour. Okay, I think it's possible, but we are asking her to just skip 45 steps. Okay, not skipping an entire hour. I think entire hour should be skipping many steps. Yeah, way more than that. Okay, so now if you look at all this, you look at the next. Oops. We look at the next line. Okay, we look at the next line here. You'll notice there are some rows here before the rank order. Yesterday, some of us are able to rank already based on looking at these numbers. Right, so most of us can see that Yutong is first, the fastest. Rank order first, number 1. And it was quite obvious that then, in this case, from the flight to Singapore to Sydney, this will be the slowest activity. So this is the last activity. Okay, and this is the first place, that's the fastest. Right? Yutong's the first. Because 30 seconds compared to 7 hours and 50 minutes. Okay, now on these two sides here, on this first column here, it says here convert all to mixed units. Now you would have learned this in primary 3. We're like revising now. Mixed units is what we call compound units. Compound means, so I use a simpler English term called mix, but the accurate next term is called compound units. Why is it meaning compound units? Means I have 2 different kinds of unit of measurements used together. Okay. All right. So in this case, is already in 50 seconds. Right? If I want to go into mixed units, I probably have to say, well, it's 50 seconds. And then maybe 39 milliseconds. Okay? If I say mixed units. But this one is it's not in your lab P4 syllabus. So don't need to know. Mixed units. Okay, so this one is already mixed units. And this one's already in mixed units. I say compound units. This one also, right? These are already in mixed units. And then, okay, this one is also already in mixed units. This one is also mixed units. So these are all mixed units already, right? That means you do different 2 or 3 more than, that means you see more than one. So 2, 3, 4 different units used in the same description. Okay, already in mixed units, right? Except for these two. Can I say I use mixed units for 30 seconds? I think this is impossible. 30 seconds is just 30 seconds. Now, can I change this 78 minutes into mixed units? What do we? Okay, how do you get 1 hour and 3 minutes? Very good. So 78 minutes, I know that is 60 minutes. That's 1 hour plus 18 minutes. Because I know that 1 hour is 60 minutes. So I can say it's 1 hour and then 18 minutes. Okay, this step is called conversion to units. Is this okay? So this one, I can convert to 1 hour, 18 minutes. But the rest are all already mixed. Right? Okay, so this one convert to single units. This one I'm going to just leave it out. I think it's not at your level. So I'm going to cancel this box. Too difficult for you. Okay? And yeah, then you can fill it in. Okay, if you feel that it's easy for you to fill it in, I will see. Okay, I will mark you if you're correct or not. If it's for the everybody in the class, I'm not going to do it. Okay, to confuse you. All right, but this one, 7 hours and 50 minutes. Do you think I can change it all to just minutes? Okay, so 50 minutes stays, so I got 50 minutes. Then 7 hours, 7 divide 60 times 7, because 1 hour is 60 minutes, right? So I must 60, 60, 60, 60, 60, 60, 60, 60, 60, 60, right? So I've got 7 hours is 7 times 60. So this one will be 420. So 7 hours is 420 minutes, right? So I have to do 420 minutes plus 50 minutes. Okay, so if I convert this whole 7 hours and 50 minutes, I will get 470 minutes. Is that okay? That's what 7 hours means. 7 hours is 420 minutes. Okay, so I add the 7 hours. This is 7 hours plus 50 minutes. It will become 470 minutes. Is that okay? Okay, so if I do this, same thing, right? So 2 hours will be 2 times 60. That will be 120 minutes. So 120 plus 27 will be 147 minutes. Is that okay? Okay, moving on. So then this one also. So 1 hour is 60 minutes plus 30 minutes. So 1 hour and 30 minutes equals to 90 minutes. Is that okay? So mixing hours and minutes, and I change all to single unit. Can I do the conversion? Is possible. It's okay? Okay. In this case, we also have the minutes part. We already know 1 minute is how many seconds? Okay, so if I look at this one, over here, I already written down here. 1 minute is 60 seconds. So 3 minutes is 3 times 60, 180 seconds. So 180 plus 7 is 187 seconds. So it's interesting by the idea of 60. It's not different, right? Different from meters. 1 meter is 100 centimeter. 1 kilogram is 1,000. It goes by base 10, 10,000, 100. But time is very special. It goes by 60. Anybody know why? You go home and investigate. I see that you can investigate on tsunamis. So I'm sure you can investigate on time. How come time goes by 60? Instead of like 1 hour is 10 minutes. Okay, 1 second is 10, 1 minute is 10 seconds. How come it's not like that? Okay, go and find out. Yeah, you can go and ask your Google Assistant, go and try and find out. Okay, so in this case, okay, this one is 78 minutes. This one is already solved. This one is already 30 seconds. Single unit. And this one here, so 10 minutes is 600 seconds. So add together is 640 seconds. Okay. That's it. So we have looking at these. The next fastest, first was Yu Tong. So second is Joseph Schooling. And then the next one will be BTS. And then the fourth will be the running time, okay, the NAPFA time. Then the bus journey, okay. And then the MRT. And then the Jurassic World. And then the plane ride. Is it okay? Right? Okay. Okay. So we are focusing on units. Now, can you tell me which one offers an easy way of comparison? Is it the mixed unit, the single unit? Which one is easiest to compare? Would you want to see duration in mixed units or just in one single unit? Who said I like to see? I think compare is easier when everything is mixed unit. Right? Okay. Who feels that if everything is the same unit, it's easier to compare? Okay. Okay, also can. The truth is you need to be able to do both. Okay, finally your homework. Okay, is page number 169. Okay, just this page. Page 169, the first page on time. Recall. Hey, Noah, only hours and minutes here. There is no seconds, so no worries. But we will be talking about that very soon. This is recall through primary 3 work. Okay, everyone? There is the homework, page 169. Okay? Okay, if that's okay, I'm going to my next class. Bye-bye.